If you're dealing with infertility, you know IVF numbers are everything. Here's how our first cycle went and what I wish I'd known at the beginning. And if you're new around here, I'll explain what each of these IVF numbers mean.
We had 10 eggs retrieved. 9 of them were mature, which means that they were actually able to be fertilized. It's like fruit, it has to be ripe before you can eat it. Of the 9 eggs that were mature, 5 were fertilized, which means they were able to inject the sperm into the egg. 5 grew to day 5 blastocyst, which means at this point they were embryos and could possibly be ready for a transfer back into the uterus. Our doctor advised us not to do a fresh transfer, but to do a frozen transfer and to biopsy the embryos to see if they were genetically normal. What they do there is they take a tiny little bit of the embryo and send it off to a lab to check the number of chromosomes to make sure that the pregnancy is viable, that there's no chromosomal abnormalities that will cause, severe diseases. It can give you a better sense as to whether or not that embryo will turn into a viable pregnancy. Unfortunately for us, we ended up with 0 genetically normal embryos, which meant none of them would become a viable pregnancy, and we were back at the starting line. It's typical with IVF numbers to see drop off at every stage. Every step from retrieval to maturity to fertilization to every day while you're waiting for your embryo to grow, you're likely to lose a certain percentage. What I'd wish I'd known at the beginning is that IVF numbers are just that, they're just a number. We had both very good luck and very bad luck in our cycle. The good luck is that all 5 of our eggs that matured grew to day 5. The bad luck is that they were all genetically abnormal. If you're going through this or wondering about your own IVF numbers or just starting to think about IVF, as much as the doctors tell you what IVF numbers to look out for, just know that they're not a guarantee, good or bad. Everyone is unique. We're starting our second cycle now, so if you want to learn more about an IVF journey and sort of see my IVF story, follow along. And if you've been through this, I would love to know what your IVF numbers are, so drop them below.